Dr. Robertson Jennis is a Catholic apologist. The Catholics are the ones who brought us the spinning globe theory. It was the Catholics. People say the Jesuits. The Jesuits are a minor order within Catholicism. They're not Catholic. Okay. So,
when you think of science in the church, you always think about Galileo, and I could talk for hours about Galileo. There are lots of Catholic scientists. One of them was Galileo. Yeah, he was a Catholic. He was a good Catholic before, during, and after his trial. His two daughters were nuns. He never married their mom. He was an Italian Catholic, but still. Galileo, of course, got into a bit of a fight with the Jesuits. One thing that I do want to say about Galileo, 3 points. Galileo was a devout Catholic. Even after his trial, Galileo was actually never convicted of being a heretic. The conviction that when they said, we found you guilty of heresy, you can read the transcript of the trial. It's not what you think it is. It's Galileo saying, what did I do wrong? I'll change it, please. And they're saying, nope, sorry, we can't let you do that. Very odd. At the end, they said, so we found you guilty of heresy. It looks like they had written the verdict before the trial even began. And Galileo said, well, actually, you never did find me guilty of any heresy. So he was found guilty of vehement suspicion of heresy. And the famous scene where he has to abjure his teachings, what he actually says is, and in writes and signs, is, I reject anything and everything in my writings which is contrary to the teachings of the Church, without ever specifying any of those things. I mean, he could have been a Jesuit, right? It's just a fascinating, because the odd thing about Galileo, the more you dig into the history, the more you realize everything you know about Galileo is wrong, but the truth doesn't make the church look any better. The trial occurs after he's been doing what he was doing for 20 years, being supported by the Pope, being supported by the church, and nobody is really sure why the trial happened. Enough of Galileo. Let's move on to the next slide.
Today we are honored to have the presence of Philip Druzhinin live from Moscow in Russia. I'm very impressed by that bit, by the way.
Yes, internet is a great thing. We can connect Moscow, London, New York, Canberra, I don't know.
When I was young, these were cities I would just fantasize about, was cities like Moscow. You know, when you dream of Moscow. Now I'm talking to it live. Absolutely brilliant. So, Philip, busy times, yes?
Yeah, we have a whole bunch of new information. You know, people, it's a whole bunch of hype going on right now, and people are trying to debunk the mud flood. People are trying to address the strikes to the channels that are talking about mud flood. So
yeah,
all the mud flooders, all these guys who are engaged, they are already concerned as a cooperational, conspiracy group, which is attacking.
It's not a conspiracy. I don't believe it is.
Which is attacking the Western civilization history. You know, this is how it sounds exactly. And videos getting blocked and getting marked as inappropriate content. So, some great videos that came up lately, and
Max Egan's
in fact. So
yeah, all them views just gone like that. It's just
So I thought we should, have a chat with Martin to, exchange the opinions on what is really the mud flood, what is going on right now, why is this topic start to hype, and what we have to wait in the next year, or what is the direction of the research right now.
Perfectly put. Exactly that. Exactly that. On air, Flat Earth British. Martin speaking. Welcome, people. Welcome to my channel on what is going to be one epic night. Okay, you're going to enjoy it all. It's going to be a treat for you all, and it's going to be a roller coaster ride. Let me just check my shit is in order. Absolutely epic. Thank you for all joining me anyway tonight. Tonight's going to be an awesome night. This is a pre-show to Globebusters. Tonight, I'm going to be joined by a UAP channel, Epic UAP channel. I will drop him a link out shortly once I've introduced the show. And then we're going over to Globebusters, which is going to be epic. Okay, we're going to introduce this subject of Mud Flood, Antiquitech, Tartaria, Great Tartaria, and all the subjects tied in with it. As you know, if you follow this subject, it's a highly complex subject, and it's a multi-spectrum subject with loads and loads of different spin-offs. It is quite an unbelievable thing to get into. Okay, so
what about the big yellow ball? Can we see that?
Yes.
Can you go get it for us?
Sexy Jeranism. Show it something. Pop. I'm going to put it in my asshole. Martin, lick my asshole. Yeah. In the center. Nathan Oakley. I got enough broom handles from you, and you don't even know. Daytime, nighttime. Sexy. Daytime, nighttime. Sexy. Jeranism. Show it something. Pop. I'm going to put it in my asshole. Martin, lick my asshole. Yeah. In the center. Nathan Oakley. I got enough broom handles from you, and you don't even know. Daytime, nighttime. Sexy. Daytime, nighttime. Sexy. Jeranism. Show it something. Pop. I'm going to put it in my asshole. Martin, licky.
There are these places that make us who we are, and moments that give us hope. It's the story of a man who listened to what women want.
Because I'm part of you.
No, you don't.
But it was a mistake that he'd regret for the rest of his life.
I think the trolls out there who make the hit piece videos on her don't realise that just because she seems genteel doesn't mean that she's weak, you know? She has a lot more fortitude than people assume.
Get ready for a new episode of As the Potato Turns.
What are you trying to do to her reputation? She's leading the Flat Earth. She's doing whatever your problems. I've listened to some of them and
Martin,
all right. Go on. She hasn't caused problems. She's created an extraordinary movement that is powerful.
He hasn't created
She's done hundreds of fucking interviews, and all of these people have moved on. Any fucking damage happens to this movement, and you're gonna fucking pay, brother. It's too important. If anything falls because of this,
reacting to it.
No, Patricia to me is important.
Everybody needs to hear this.
Go on.
I paid for everything while she was here. 0. She brought 6 litres of pure turpentine and took them with her. So what the fuck I've gained from this? The second time she comes here, she asks me to be on a reality TV show. I say no thanks. Suddenly everything fucking changes.
That's fuck all compared to my missus, and honest to God, I've had a nearly sticking a fucking knife in me. I've had a twist in my balls until they bled. My missus was a proper psychopath. 30 fucking years of that, and you know about fucking them cunts all the time,
same
brother.
thing. It's
Every
the same
single
thing.
word out of your fucking mouth is them with me,
My same
brother.
thing. It's
Every
the same
single
thing.
word out of your fucking mouth is them. We are the flat earth. We don't even do that, brother.
We've just been told that we should all be working for cohesion.
Yeah, together to go forward.
There's no doubt.
That's the third split you've made me fuck up tonight, man. You're like a fucking nightmare to me.
Right. So why am I doing this? Let's say you were living with a woman and you had a fever, and you were in bed, and you'd set your alarm for noon. Have an alarm set at 2:45. This is because on 3 days of the week, I have to collect my children from school. And then you open your eyes and you saw somebody who was living with you, like Patricia's there. Okay. I assume she has switched off my noon alarm. If you say, hey, have you seen the film Clerks 2? Then if you've seen it, same thing. Why would you say yeah if you've not seen it? Well, when somebody says, hey, have you seen The Lord of the Rings? If you've seen it, you say yeah. If you've not seen it, you say no. You don't say yeah if you haven't seen it. Yes. Telling people to pray for her and her safety, or her and the safety of her cats. No, it's not a lie. She has scoliosis of the lower spine. There's no reason to mock. I was just pointing it out as a reason that certain activities weren't happening. But
you said there's something happened. She went away, and then suddenly when she came back, her personality
She's a different
was
person.
different? Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much.
Okay. I had something similar like this happen to me with my ex, but the thing is, I was there. Because it could be that she was caught by a Jesuit.
Since then, this thing that I explained with my painting, where I wake up and it's been moved and it's fallen, it's obviously fallen, a cat has obviously knocked it over, okay? This has become a story now that I've heard is going round where I sabotaged it so that I could blame her cat or something.
The cats drove you mental, yeah, got it. Fucking hell.
No, it was
Martin said Martin said he would kept fucking her for a couple more weeks. So I guess that's why.
Oh, you fucking cunt, you are.
I wish you would have been walking properly, brother.
You have to be very, very gentle with yourself, but you have to stretch, okay, to try and bring elasticity to the muscles, okay? But that's how she was. So I couldn't be, a barbarian with her in bed or anything like that. So this was one of the situations, okay? But later I was being criticized by Nathan for not giving it to her more. It's like, dude, what the fuck is this?
You should be having this conversation. I'm going to have to pipe up.
I know.
Be having this in
It is.
Should we go offline?
There's fucking hundreds watching and lapping it up, look. Fucking
yeah, they're going to love it.
No.
Yeah, well, what about the suitcases? Do you help with the suitcases which got fucking bad back?
I wasn't here.
Fucking suitcase, a lady like Patricia. No, come on.
My sister helped her. My sister helped her.
If it was me, I'd agree to tell with a big fucking bouquet of flowers. I'd have fucking, oh god, you just don't know how to treat the lady, brother. She fucking shit. Fucking cosmetic fucking Dubai made it up and they kept it fucking moving, float with bullshit words. It's all it is, brother.
The reason you were crying is that a psychopath has managed to get you to the point that you're emotionally vulnerable. That's what psychopaths do. Martin, you know what's been going on behind the scenes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm always there, mate.
Yeah.
I know everything. I think on the project.
All the fucked up, mate. All the lying, all the distortion.
Yeah, everyone fucking contriving and fucking.
And me staying fucking quiet.
You were also part of that.
And me staying fucking quiet. That's what's happening.
No, you were acting with her.
No.
Martin, can I say something to you, please?
Yeah,
Is it at all possible? Is it at all possible that Patricia isn't the nice, lovely person that you constantly perceive her to be? Is it at all possible that may be the case? Have you lived with her? Have you shared any of this? I imagine, very difficult to share and perhaps not appropriate, whatever. But is it at all possible that Patricia isn't the lovely, idealistic person you perceive her to be?
Well, obviously that's a possibility, Chris. I'm not fucking stupid, but I have met her, and she was lovely, and she was warm, and the vibration was really nice off her. I gotta be honest. So You know, and she's Antonio's he's got a good aura too, good personality. It was lovely to meet him too. It's really confusing. I just don't like this one bit. I reckon that.
So what happened straight away, Martin? Okay, straight away, Nathan, poof, cuts off. Why does he cut off? Because now he's fucking revenue from you.
Because he's good friends with Patricia and he cares about her.
Yes,
you
but
know.
he was friends with me too. Was he not?
I know. Yeah. Good
Immediately. Why is this?
Who has the biggest subscriber base, Martin?
And whose income was greater?
Fucking nothing.
Right,
do you think it's about fucking?
Yeah, but back then, we're in the flat earth. Back then, the guy that was making the most out of flat earth.
I don't know, I don't think like that.
No, I know, but Martin, the guy that was making the most from YouTube, from the flat earth, was Nathan. That's his main concern. Which is why...
He's got a fucking kid, man. He's got a fucking job. He's got to get by, brother. Pay a fucking rent. You know?
It doesn't matter. The point is this. He was making more than her, okay? She wasn't fucking happy about this. So what's happened? Now there's Globebusters, and the second show, and Globebusters don't make that much. They don't advertise all over the place, like me and Nathan and Patricia, okay? But the point is, boom, finished to that. Fucking fuck you, Nathan. Let's see who makes most income now, says Patricia. And Nathan's too fucking stupid to see it.
Would it be fair to say that a lot of people are kind of infatuated with Patricia's demeanour, the way she carries herself? Would it be fair to say that? So, I mean, does that not influence, doesn't that kind of, you look through rose-coloured spectacles at people? I mean, for a long time, I thought she was absolutely great and there was nothing untoward whatsoever until I started to realise there was something amiss here. And I'm just saying, you know, just because somebody appears to be on the surface a certain way and acts a certain way, it doesn't mean they're really like that. And an infatuation of somebody's character, their demeanour, the way they conduct themselves, how professional they are, how good they are at something, doesn't always give a true indication to who they really are. Because people can put up facades, people can be very manipulative, people can be hide behind personas. How many spliffs do you smoke a day, just out of interest?
Oh, not that many. Just one after the other, so it's difficult to say. I don't know. 1 an hour, 2 an hour, for how long I'm awake. So that would be about 20 hours of the day, so probably about 20 odd, more. Why?
Sidebar that people are asking, what about the reality TV show?
Fuck the reality TV show, don't even go there. Alright, Mark Siding's going to be happy, yeah, alright, that might go forward. Would you think it'll go mainstream then? No. Because they could fucking rip it to pieces and make everything look like we're stupid bastards. You think they're going to promote this?
Well,
no. What, our enemies?
They're just going to do their thing.
The guys that are pitching the idea aren't so stupid, so what they're doing...
I had Channel 4 on to me for a documentary, and they said it was in... And...
Hey guys, Robert J. Morris here, Flatbread Fire Awareness next month, okay?
No, I thought it was fake.
Flatbread Fire Awareness.
That's it, producer. And she was putting in the draft, and it's still supposed to be going through. I haven't heard no more back for it, but I don't even want to go there because they will make it look like Benefit Street. And so you know, they will.
This is how they sell the idea. They say, we have this in proposal, we're thinking of doing something like this, we've put some ideas, we've got some interest, but we need to... Wait.
Fucking mental.
Yours was a documentary, Martin.
Martin, wait a second.
Reality show, that's the question.
Yeah, so please just let me say this. What the producers do is they say, so that we will think, oh, then we can guarantee that we don't look like fucking cretins. Okay, this is what they do. They say, we've put the idea forward, it's got some interest. So what we thought we would ask is for you flat earthers who are ultra intelligent, for you to give us ideas on how to formulate it. So the flat earthers will think,
well, that's what I was thinking.
I bet they wouldn't give you final editing rights.
It would be good, though.
Of course not. Of course not. But this is what they do. This is what this Robert fucker was trying to do to me.
Well, what do you think about what? Did you address Matt Powland's video yesterday? Because he showed a video on his. He made a video yesterday.
Yeah, I've been in contact with him.
2 hours 20. Oh, what?
This is the point. Whoever's fucking joining.
Hiya, John. Yeah, cool. I really, really hope so.
So who is this? John, if it's you, say something.
This is the real me, Antonio, and
right.
I have to say, man,
Okay.
I'm sorry to hear about all of the drama, but this is making for great reality TV, so I think you're in for a ratings winner.
Okay, fuck the reality TV and fuck the ratings. I have to do what I have to do, because otherwise, things just go slip on by. Okay, it's fucked up.
Antonio, can I interject with a question?
Oh, God, please,
Can I just interject with one question?
No.
Antonio, if you had a friend who had just gone through a tumultuous breakup and he wanted to go live on the air and talk about it, what would your advice to him be?
It wasn't tumultuous. It just didn't work.
Yeah,
we went back
that's
to
what I was going to ask.
The only time that any tone was raised was my tone, okay? Once Patricia's telling me that she's not stressing me, okay? Well, that's the point, problem, and she shouted from the bedroom, launched in here, that was a lie, and says that somebody sabotaged their own fucking painting. Okay, I'm not sure the cat did it. She could have done it, true. I'm sure that I didn't do it, okay? Now, she can be sure that she didn't sabotage my fucking painting, make the cat walk over it, so that in the morning I could be really calm and mellow with the cat, till later that I hear that she's telling people that I did it on my fucking self. I assumed it was a fucking accident with the cat. That's all. That's all it was. You don't get angry with the cat. You clean the cat. So it's like, what the fuck is this shit?
All right, Antonio, can I rephrase my question then? If it wasn't a tumultuous breakup, but it was a relationship where there were feelings, obviously. If you had a friend who had just gone through a breakup and he still had some misgivings about it, would you advise him to go live on the air and discuss all of this, in the weeks following it? Or would you tell him just to take some time and relax and maybe reflect on it more before airing it publicly?
Well,
so JLB, would you tell your friends that were possibly thinking about dating this person afterwards? How about that? Would you try to warn people that you met? Well,
look, let me say this. I'm probably
what if they're on the air? What if
enough
your
to say
friends
this.
are on the air, though? Yeah, I know where you're coming from. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying.
Look, Ace, from a selfish perspective, myself and 95% of the audience, we're enjoying this because this is like reality TV drama to us. However, Antonio is probably a real person, and someone has to say this to him. He's not helping himself here. You're not
probably
like
a real person. John, dude, you know that I can just prove you. So, right, here's the thing. Probably a real person. No, a real person. A real person who's hurting? No, I'm not hurting. I'm fucking livid. If somebody goes around lying about you, you get a bit fucking angry. Is that you're really considering what the right thing to do is, and you get to the point out of love and they went their separate ways, okay? This is what happened. Yeah, I kind of fuck. Just little snidey little shit things. Three-bedroom house so we can have a bedroom for my fucking clothes. Specifically for clothes. What the fuck?
I
don't do that.
I get it, yeah.
Fucking canvases are coming off the fucking easels. Fucking children are being left at school because fucking alarms were being switched off. And like, no, this is not fucking right, and I'm not gonna sit fucking quietly.
I'm not sure we're all in agreement that you're a human being, though. You know what I mean? But I know what you're talking about.
Okay, so guys, I can tell you shit that you think, why the fuck would she lie about that? Okay, so this should meet Mark Sargent.
What a fucking show, eh? What the?
So listen, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up.
Okay, brother. Yeah, man. I tell you what, I feel weak. I feel weak after all that, Antonio.
We are live. Welcome to Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes. It is indeed the return of the legendary, okay, maybe not legendary, well-known, no, infamous, no, often discussed,
never duplicated,
never replicated,
no.
The Secret Show.
Yay.
Mark Sargent, I'm Patricia Steer. Hello and thank you for being here. This is episode 129 of Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes. Why are we doing The Secret Show again? Well, Mark and I have kind of been talking on Skype over several months thinking we might do it, and then just kind of not doing it because we've got other things going in our lives. And then recently we said, let's get together, kids, and put on a show. So here we are.
lick my asshole. In the center. Nathan Oakley. I got enough broom handles from you, and you don't even know. Daytime, nighttime, sexy, sexy. Daytime, nighttime, sexy, sexy.
This is for Dorje Daka. Dorje Daka is a really cool guy. I'm just showing there. If you don't catch it now, then you're never going to catch it again.
I have moved to the UK. I live here now. I'm not moving back to the US. I am, can I say, Antonio, what's going to happen, or no? Yes? Up to you. Up to me. Okay. We are engaged. We're going to get married. So that's happening in some months, between now and several months. And we'll let you know when that's going to happen. Not that we're putting it on YouTube or anything, but I don't know. Maybe you want to know. Maybe you care.
Show it something. Pop. I'm going to put it in my asshole. Martin, licky. Licky. Lick my asshole.
Dr. Robertson Jennings is a Catholic apologist. The Catholics are the ones who brought us the spinning globe theory. It was the Catholics. People say the Jesuits. The Jesuits are a minor order within Catholicism. They're not Catholic. Okay.
Hello, everybody. Today we're gonna continue the topic ancient versus modern analogs of different things. So you can see the microscheme type of building construction style in different areas like Cambodia and Bolivia. Also we see the log style. Log style, it means they build locks in those concrete blocks to hold them tightly. Also we see different type of blocks in Bolivia and Egypt, the same type of blocks in fact. India versus Egypt, see some type of constructions that are pretty much the same and show us the same symbolism. Also Greece, Bolivia, Armenia, Ethiopia in Africa, pretty much the same style of construction with those buildings.
Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Today we're going to be talking about buried streets and buried street levels to be exact, and how they relate to this phenomena we're calling the mud flood. And if you don't know what the mud flood is, I will leave a few introductory links in the description, and I recommend watching those just to get you up to speed. But the basic premise is that in our recent past we've had some major catastrophes which have engulfed portions of cities in layers of earth.
And here's my opinion on the flat Earth. I don't believe the Earth is flat at all, but something is up. Something's very suspicious. I feel like it's a lot like aliens, like the.